Christmas ever.
Me too.
Mine was better because I got gifts. And I love a good gift.
How much do you love gifts?
Give a damn it, I love
Tell
it.
me how much you love
that
gifts.
much.
Whoa.
I love them that. Love them that much. When you're all the way around, that much. I love them more than the whole world. More than peanut butter loves jelly.
Whoa.
More than, you know how much I love them? I love more than peanut butter on a hard-boiled egg with hot sauce on top. Blown apples. So good. I love me a gift. Enough about me. What do you love? My favorite gift that I got this one little remote control
Jeremy.
car that barks. It barks like a dog,
Jeremy.
but it's a dog with wheels. Go ahead.
Jeremy!
I just got a candy cane. I got another gift. You can't stop me. It's the most wonderful time
You know, Jeremy, you talk about your love for gifts a lot.
I really
Clearly.
I love gifts.
You love gifts.
I do.
But there's actually a kind of love that is bigger and greater than that kind of love you're using to describe your love
I'll
for
tell you
gifts.
what, I love your energy, but I don't think there is.
Really?
Yeah.
There is. It's the love of Jesus, like real love.
You know what? You are right. Can you help me out? I'll give a little drum roll, and you tell us the main point for the day.
I am loved by Jesus. Let's check it out. I love a good Christmas night. The fireplace. Come on. Hello? Why won't it light? The hot chocolate. Ow! A nice cozy blanket and the smell of fresh cookies. Oh no! Are you serious? I mean, maybe they still taste okay? Christmas is the best. I love it so much.
I love you, I love you, I love you!
Today, let's talk about love, the kind of love that's mentioned in 1 John 4:9. God revealed his love for us through his son Jesus that came to the earth to die for our sins, so that through him we could have life. This love is powerful. It's not just the kind of love that's a feeling. This love is also an action that Jesus showed us. It's a choice that he made without thinking of his well-being, but instead thinking of our well-being without expecting anything in return. It's the most generous gift, and like with any gift, our purpose is to receive it. And then once we receive it, we can give it out to others. Just as John writes in a couple verses after that if that's how God has loved us, then our reaction should be to love one another. So this Christmas season, reflect on God's love for you and find ways that you can express his love to other people without expecting anything in return. Maybe help your parents around the house, or tell your friends that you love and appreciate them. Or maybe take it a step even further and love someone and show someone kindness that maybe you don't like so much. The possibilities are really endless. Now, that's difficult, I know, but ultimately, your love for God is expressed in the way that you love people. All people. We'll see you next time, guys.
All right, Alexis, I gotta admit it. I know my love for gifts can in no way compare for God's love for us.
Yeah, God's love is so much bigger than that. I mean, he loved us so much, and he showed his love for the people on the earth by sending his son Jesus in a little baby form with Mary to the earth, so that ultimately he could take on all of the blame for our sins and everything, so that ultimately we could have a relationship with God. I mean, Jesus came to earth in a really humble way.
Yeah.
He came as a servant to serve others.
That's awesome. So let's pick up with the life of Jesus after he was born. We're gonna go to Matthew 2, 1 through 11. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who has been born, King of the Jews? We saw his star in the east and have come to worship him." When King Herod heard this, he was disturbed, and all Jerusalem with him. When he called together all the people's chief priests and teachers of the law, he asked them where the Christ was to be born. "In Bethlehem in Judea," they replied, "for this is what the prophet has written. But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For out of you will become a ruler, who will be the shepherd of my people Israel." Then Herod called the Magi secretly and found out from them the exact time the star had appeared. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and make a careful search for the child. As soon as you find him, report to me so that I too may go and worship him." After they heard the king, they went on their way, and the star they had seen in the east went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were overjoyed. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshiped him. Then they opened their treasures and presented him with gifts of gold and of incense and of myrrh. I mean, that's a crazy story. I'll take the gold, but why are they talking about incense and myrrh?
Yeah, I mean, they are kind of odd gifts to us now, but actually Najee is going to explain it to us.
Okay.
So let's throw it over to Najee.
Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to another time of Christmas Knowledge with me, Najee. By the way, Jeremy, good question. We don't know much about the wise men, but as we just read, they didn't come looking for just a normal king. They came looking for the King of Kings, the King of the Jews. With the gifts they brought, they were following common customs of presenting gifts to a king. That's just what you would do back in the day, right? But we have to remember, not only did Jesus come to save us from our sins, he also came as a king that would sit on the throne and rule over our lives. But why gold, incense, and myrrh? I mean, just give the baby some diapers, am I right? Well, gold is the metal of kings. Gold lets others know, oh yeah, he's the real deal. When gold was given to Jesus, they were acknowledging his authority, his right to rule over all. The wise men knew that Jesus was the King of Kings. Incense was also a significant gift. It was used in the Jewish temple during worship. It was also mixed with oil so that it would anoint the priests of Israel. And it was also part of meal offerings presented to God as praise and thanksgiving. So the wise men gave Jesus incense because they knew that he would be our high priest, our direct connection to God. And myrrh? Well, myrrh may seem a little odd because back in the day, myrrh was used for embalming. It means that it was used to preserve someone's body when they died. Weird thing to give to a newborn child. I know, but this gift was a gift of faith. That's right, faith. We don't know exactly what the intentions of the wise men were, but what it does show us is that it points to Jesus' suffering on the cross and the resurrection from the dead. I hope that helps you guys.
So what does it mean for us? Remember, he loves you and I so much. So what can we give him as worship? There is a sense that by our faith, we do offer those same gifts to Jesus.
So let's start with myrrh.
Yeah.
Okay? Jesus took on our sin by dying in our place.
Yep.
So believe that. And we can do that. Let's turn from our sins and ask Jesus to accept us as his children forever.
Yeah, and then after that, with the incense, we acknowledge that we aren't sinless. We have our faults, but we offer ourselves to Jesus to help him transform us.
And then finally, we have the gold. We can acknowledge the right for Jesus to be the ruler of our lives. We are his servants, and we need Jesus to direct us and help us to become more and more like him, more refined every day.
That's really good, Jeremy. I mean, today's main point is I am loved by Jesus. And what a season to remember that. I mean, Jesus came as a little baby down to earth, and he ended up growing up and he died for our sins so that we could ultimately have a relationship with God. I mean, in this season, we can have hope and not just regular hope, but hope in eternal things, hope in Jesus. We can have peace, a kind of peace that surpasses all understanding, the peace that comes from Jesus. And what else is there? Joy.
It's the best one!
We can have joy in this season. It's just the best.
That's awesome. Well, I have loved getting to hang out with you, not just today, but the past few weeks. So finally, before we sign off one last time, Alexis is going to tell you a poem.
Man, Jeremy, every time. I don't have a poem, I don't have a song, and I don't have a joke.
You could have added one more word to make that rhyme.
We'll see you next time, guys. Bye!